be up against that Jets offensive line that wants to shut that down.
Larry, first opened in 1995. There's a look inside Everbank Field here in the River City of Jacksonville, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. First down, Kaiser. And his first pass is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. From the gun, Kaiser forced out to his left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And the back goes into motion. Third and short yardage. Kaiser got his man complete over the middle. It's Hansen. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On first and 10, Kaiser buying time to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Halfback sent in motion. A second down throw now for Kaiser. Being chased out left. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip it his timing at the line of scrimmage. Have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
On third and 1, here's Kaiser. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Kaiser now to throw on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hansen. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Here we go.
They'll throw again. Kaiser. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Dancing to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And the ball is knocked out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
All right, let's put the check mark on the defensive side of the ledger there. Really nice tackle by the man in the middle. But why was he able to get that done? Because he has 4 down linemen in front of him. 2 tackles, 2 ends. And what they often try to do is create what we call a funnel. Right to the man in the middle linebacker, who often leads his team in tackles. Brandon, I believe that they were in 4 down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick the field goal. No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know, some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable, and they may go ahead and press it.
So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And from down in Miami, an update. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Herrera. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. This is a nice little stretch he's putting together. Remember, 3 sacks last week.
And now he's off to the races in this game, because he thinks, okay, that's the start of something big, because he's in a zone. He's locked in. So offensively, you got to occupy him. Maybe even run the ball at him as opposed to passing it, so he can't just pin his ears back and rush the quarterback.
Here we go now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Gonna let one. That's caught at the 25. That one goes for 36 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch. And now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Set. Green 39.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Try and run for it with Fournette. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Allen Robinson, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out come the Jets. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Steps away to his left. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
A first down throw for Kaiser. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Kaiser yet again. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Kaiser on first down. Forced out to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
To the air again, Kaiser. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there, second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second down following the incompletion. And the back goes into motion. Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Here we go.
Again, it's Kaiser. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Halfback sent in motion. Second down, Kaiser. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. Here we go now. 30-19.
Back to throw here. Incomplete. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a time. Here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7.
Green 39. No. Check. Patriot. Over.
They'll look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for him.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Kaiser on 3rd and 2. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And the back goes into motion. To throw is Kaiser. Buying time to his left. Now we're going to get a stoppage as that looks to be Kaiser who's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So certainly not what they were hoping for, especially on the road. Their starter forced to the locker room, and they'll turn things over here to the backup to see if he can dig him out of this hole. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down. But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Sloan, and incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Jets on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Halfback sent in motion. On third down, Sloan eluding the pressure right. He may try. Now the ball comes loose. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting room. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Again, it's Fournette. Room here to run. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I could just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does a defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On 1st and 10, Sloan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Looking to throw on second down. Sloan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Oh, he will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Detroit! Here we go now. Back there in that Philly. Here we go. No. Check. Patriots. Watch it now. Party. All right, now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Oh, back there in that.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
All right, here we go. Detroit!
Throwing again. Sloan escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
And the back goes into motion.
Here we go.
To throw on 3rd down. Sloan. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
On play action, they'll throw. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. But I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Here we go now.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Leopard, Leopard.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They're on to the second half now down in Miami. And that one a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Seahawks. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll set up to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Brad Wing now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing to start the drive. Sloan being chased out left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Detroit! Detroit! Over! Leopard! Leopard! Let's go! No. Check! Patriot! Patriot! Detroit! Detroit!
Back now in Jacksonville. Second down, McCaffrey, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Back to throw. Sloan dancing to his left. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Looking to throw. Sloan. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves his sticks. Halfback sent in motion. Throwing on first down. Sloan rolling to his left. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. On first down, Sloan flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Second down to the offense needing 5 yards. Operating from the gun. Sloan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through it.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. From the gun on third down, Sloan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was third and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And the back goes into motion. On 1st and 10, Sloan. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That is caught at the 7. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now a handoff here to his running back. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line, down at the 2. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one.
They come up in an offset eye. 2nd down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Good. Let's go, Philly. Here we
They
go.
come out here in the eye. And to give this time to the tailback. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal.
Set. Blue 90. Over. All right, here we go.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing.
And that is going to be a safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. He'll return it from the 6. And he's got room. And now running right through it. And New York set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Halfback sent in motion.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down right near the 39. 23 yards on the play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
No, check, Patriot. Over here. No, check.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Throwing on 1st down. Sloan flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down and 4. Off-play action. Sloan. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
It's in the fourth quarter down in Miami. The gap there has widened. The Seahawks just scored again. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 17-yard line. If they hold on, a victory there would be their third of the year. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Here we go now. Blue Niners. Blue Niners.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Back to throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out